All our eyes will be glued to our televisions this morning at 10 a.m. because Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced that he has an important message for the nation. The PMO on social media confirmed that the Prime Minister will be addressing the nation at 10 a.m. this morning. And remember, the highlight is that the Prime Minister's address comes a day after India crossed that huge vaccine milestone of 1 billion doses. Given the timing of the announcement, may be safe really to speculate that this could be related to India's milestone of 100 crore vaccinations and also likely to be on the upcoming festive season. The Prime Minister may focus on advising countrymen on exercising caution because COVID and the fight against COVID is still not over. But there's no confirmation on that front yet on exactly what the Prime Minister is going to speak about. This will be the Prime Minister's fourth address to the nation this year. Earlier on June 7th, he announced a centralized COVID-19 vaccine policy. On April 20th, he stressed upon the need to fight the second wave of COVID together and with all our might. And then on January 16th, you had Prime Minister Narendra Modi kicking off India's COVID vaccination drive, talking about the challenges of such a vaccination drive and how it would be the world's largest. So from there, we've come a long way. And considering the timing of this address, that it comes a day after a huge vaccine milestone, there is speculation that in all likelihood, it is going to be on our vaccine achievements. And joining me on this broadcast is our National Affairs Editor, Rahul Srivastava. I also have Paulami Saha joining us on this broadcast. Rahul, I want to come across to you first. Good morning. 10 a.m. this morning, the Prime Minister is going to be addressing the nation. And there is endless speculation, as always, as to exactly what is going to be. There's been no details really given by the PMO so far on exactly what is the issue. But given the timing of this address, safe to assume it's going to be on the fight against COVID and the vaccination drive?
Good morning, Akshita. You see, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the last 1 year has on several occasions, I think 9 to 10 occasions, gone live to the nation, delivering an address largely around COVID. Now, his address comes one day after India touched the 100 crore mark. It's a momentous event compared to January when the vaccination drive had started, or in June, when the government, facing immense amount of flack from opposition and several other quarters about a very lethargic looking vaccination drive, decided that the centre is stepping in and vaccinations will be delivered free to people more than above the age of 18. From there, 21st October is a moment which definitely does mark a turnaround. 100 crore vaccines delivered. Now, Prime Minister has written an article in some newspapers today morning, under which he has said that if you calculate the kind of effort which has gone in for vaccinating 100 crore, delivering 100 crore vaccines, means if each vaccine takes around about 2 minutes, he says that it would have taken 41 lakh human days or 11,000 human years cumulatively for delivering that kind of vaccination. Means what Prime Minister had to say, the kind of involvement of various agencies, people, organizations, doctors, health workers and others which has taken that kind of effort to touch this milestone. I think Prime Minister will talk about that definitely, although it's hazardous to take a guess on these issues. And second, what is very important, though the 100 crore mark has been touched, the economy is on the path of revival. I think definitely the Prime Minister will like to warn the nation that COVID, which started sometime in 2020 March as an invisible and unknown enemy, is not gone. It's still around, and any kind of lethargy or indifference as far as the protocols is concerned can cause a setback which can be irreparable, because it has taken almost 1 year to repair the damages caused by the first wave of pandemic. These two critical elements could well be part of Prime Minister's live address today. What we are told by Prime Minister's office sources, that it's not a recorded message, it's going to be a live one.
That's an important point. This is not going to be a recorded message. It's a live broadcast of the Prime Minister's message to the nation. I also want to bring in Paulami Saha on this broadcast. Paulami, since the demonetization days, every time there's such an announcement that the Prime Minister is going to be addressing the nation, it leads to endless speculation on exactly what it's going to be. And with the Prime Minister, you really can't say, because the PMO is very, very tight-lipped on exactly what it's going to be about. Considering also that the festive season is around the corner, you've got Diwali coming up in a few weeks from now. Are we also expecting perhaps some sort of, Diwali bonanza that the Prime Minister could announce?
Well, Akshita, as far as what we're given to understand so far, because like you pointed out to our viewers, the PMO has not officially told us what exactly this address is likely to be about, but indications are that this is going to be specifically about the 100 crore vaccine milestone that India achieved yesterday, while the Prime Minister, of course, continues to caution everyone that given that the festival season is ongoing currently, we shouldn't let our guard down. It is extremely critical that we continue to maintain COVID protocols, that we continue to stay safe despite being vaccinated, doubly vaccinated, because COVID is still around us and it hasn't gone anywhere. And the numbers continue to spike in certain countries, which is again worrisome, because some countries are already talking about a third wave that's hit them. And India has always said that a third wave is imminent. But if we maintain caution, if we exercise caution, if everyone, gets their doses in time as well, there is a big likelihood that we will be able to avert the third wave. And of course, if it is upon us, we will be able to better fight it. At least there won't be as many fatalities as we saw during the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. So he is likely to caution the people that they need to keep their guards up. They need to keep, wearing their masks and sanitizing their hands, the same sort of COVID protocols. And like Rahul was pointing out, we've just been able to sort of revive the economy. The numbers are just beginning to look somewhat better, in terms of aviation, for instance. People are traveling again because, they're vaccinated. So we are opening up the skies more to the people. We've gone towards 100% capacity in terms of letting airlines fly their entire schedule. Now, amid all of this, if we were to be hit by a third wave, then we would be back to square one. And it would be a fight one more time. So the Prime Minister will obviously be telling the nation that we're just limping back to normalcy. We're in a good place right now. We've done great in terms of fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, but we still have a long way to go, because like we were discussing earlier, the first dose probably, we've done good in terms of getting as many people administer the first dose. But as far as the second dose is concerned, we're still very much wanting in that aspect.
That's right. So both Rahul and Paulami saying here that in all likelihood the Prime Minister's address is going to be about the milestone that we hit yesterday. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, Paulami, for joining us. We'll keep coming across to you as we count down to the Prime Minister's address. Definitely does seem like it is going to be on COVID, considering that in this year alone, when you've seen several such addresses by the Prime Minister, every single one of them has been on COVID. But let's take a look at this report on the milestone that we achieved yesterday.
On Thursday morning, Arun Rai became a celebrity of sorts. The man from Varanasi got the dose that hurtled India into vaccine record books. At the Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, Rai was given the 1 billionth dose of the COVID vaccine, a milestone that took India just 257 days since the drive began in January this year.
जब 70 करोड़ लोगों ने टीका लगवाया और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी द्वारा जागरूक किया जा रहा था, तो मेरे अंदर भी ये भावना आई और क्यों नहीं मुझे भी टीका लगवाना चाहिए। उसके बाद मैंने ये संकल्प लिया कि जब 100 करोड़वां टीका लगेगा तब मैं 99 करोड़ टीके के बाद।
The Prime Minister was at the hospital to witness history being made.
100 साल में आई सबसे बड़ी महामारी का मुकाबला करने के लिए देश के पास अब 100 करोड़ वैक्सीन डोज का मजबूत सुरक्षा कवच है।
India celebrated the landmark in a special way across the country, a feat achieved in the face of multiple challenges from vaccine shortage to vaccine hesitancy.
ये उपलब्धि देशवासियों की विश्वास की अनुभूति है। ये उपलब्धि आत्मनिर्भर भारत की दिवाली है।
It involved a battery of superhuman health workers, government employees and NGOs to give India a realistic shot at vaccinating every adult Indian by the year end. But the challenges are not yet over. Nearly 70% of adult population needs to be fully jabbed before the country can be anywhere near COVID safe. Children below 18, who account for 40% of the population, are yet to be vaccinated.
The immunization is not complete till both the doses have been given. With one dose, we reach a certain level of immunity. It is the second dose which exponentially raises the immunity level to the maximum possible immunity that the vaccine can give. So it is a half task done. About 10 crore individuals are due for their second dose as of now.
Behind me you will see Laksh Vishal to Uplabdhi Bemisal. It's a huge target, but if you achieve this target, the benefits are maximum, which is why an anthem for vaccination will also be launched that people will listen to, and perhaps if vaccine hesitancy is less, India will surely reach the target of vaccinating most people by the end of the year. With Anup in New Delhi, this is Milan Sharma reporting for India Today.